is my preview? There we go. Hello. Welcome to the stream. My name is Pascal Saucer. And tonight, we're not playing Underground 2. Been in a bit of a bad, sad, sour mood, whatever you want to call it. Didn't really feel like playing Underground 2. So, I was also kind of contemplating not streaming tonight, but I decided, you know, what I probably would have ended up doing if I wasn't streaming was playing Railroader, and it's like, well, if I'm gonna play Railroader, I could just stream that. Plus, it's kind of my, comfort game right now. Whenever I want to play a game and just kind of forget everything, and just kind of zone out. This is what I normally play. I'll just get on and play Railroader. This is going to be different than the multiplayer streams that I was doing with Nova Crusader and Aristides. This is my personal save file. No car drifting, but I understand. Yeah. Also, welcome in. Excuse me. Welcome in Nova Crusader, Jalen, Lagoon Key, and George. Welcome. Just one of those days. Yeah. Well, it's kind of been one of those. I've been dealing with stuff up at work, and it's just being one of those, you know. You have one of those really, really good. Well, actually, I had two really good pay periods back to back, and then I had that little health episode with Pascal Pupper, and I had to take off work on the very first day of the pay period for this current pay period, and it just seems after I did that, my hours just plummeted. I mean, it's like no matter what I do, no matter how hard I work, how hard I try, I just cannot flag hours. I came into work this morning at, how many hours was it? I think I was at 21 hours, and let's see, this is the beginning of the second week of the pay period. I should have already been at 40. So, and then whenever I checked my hours at the end of the day today, I'm essentially like 3 days behind. It's like I missed 3 days of work, even though I've been there every day. Albeit, I did miss half of the day on the first day of the pay period because I was trying to take care of Pascal Pupper, but it still doesn't make sense as to why I'm so behind on hours, because, you know, half a day for me is 4 hours, so it's like 4 hours missing on my paycheck is not the end of the world, but 24 hours missing on my paycheck, that's not very good. So, yeah. So I've been dealing with that up at work. I've been dealing with my brother that lives with me. He got let go from his job. He got fired. And from what I could figure out from what he's been telling me, essentially his unemployment, he's filed for unemployment. We're going on the 6th week of him not having a job and still trying to get approved for unemployment in Oklahoma. And I think what he said has been happening is that my brother filed for unemployment, and of course the former employer knows about it, and they're trying to contest his unemployment. Which doesn't make any sense because, like, from what my brother told me, he never got a write-up, never got a warning, never got any type of verbal anything saying that he was doing something wrong, and if he didn't correct it, that he would be fired. They basically just pulled him into an office and said, well, we're letting you go. Have a nice day. So, since his unemployment is being contested in the state of Oklahoma, it can take anywhere between 6 to 8 weeks for the unemployment office to come to a decision as to whether or not my brother will be approved or not approved for unemployment. And this is also going on when things aren't going so great as far as trying to find a job. At least according to what my brother's been telling me. Like, he's been looking for a job this whole time that he's been unemployed, and he can find jobs, but it's totally out of his realm of expertise, but it pays close to what he was getting paid at this last job, or it's the same type of work he was doing at his former employer, but it pays a lot less. And then also the typical, you apply for a job, you go and have the first or second interview, and then they just ghost you and don't reply back. Which seems to be an ongoing trend nowadays, which I just do not understand. Because at one point I was trying to get on at a different shop than the one I'm currently at. Whenever stuff was going really bad for me, I was trying to find another job. And I applied at another dealership. Same thing happened to me. It's like I went in there, had a sit-down interview, and they're like, oh yeah, we'll get back with you, no problem. Blah, blah, blah. I'd love to have you here. We just got to check some things, and then nothing. They just don't reply back. You can message them and try to call them, and they'll be like, oh, they're out of the office, or you try to text them and they just don't reply back. They just ghost you completely. It's messed up. Didn't they count it wrong? No, it's not really counting. It's, I guess with my brother's job, it's just, for whatever reason, they want to contest it because I think it comes out of the employer's money or something. I can't remember how the unemployment works. But they're trying to contest it because they don't want to pay for it. Sometimes employers are just heartless. That's kind of where I'm at with it. Same with my brother. It just seems like them trying to contest my brother's unemployment at this point, they're just doing it out of spite. Just to be malicious. It has nothing to do with whether or not they think they're in the right. And that my brother did something wrong. They just don't want my brother to have unemployment. And that's the other thing I do not understand. It's like, this is the 6th week my brother has not had an income. Like, how do people think, like, how do people that are in those type of positions in companies think about people that, you know, like, they have, the reason they work is because they need the income, they need the money. How the hell do they think someone's gonna survive 6+ weeks without income? Because I normally have, like, my brother and me, we usually try to split the costs of living together, and I'm having to pay for everything right now because, I mean, like I said, my brother hasn't been working for 6 weeks. I can't expect him to just, you know, keep paying when he has no income. Like, he still has to, I mean, he still has his own personal bills he has to pay, but I mean, I can't go expecting him to help pay for the utilities and stuff at the house. He has no income. He's still got to be able to pay his other bills so he doesn't get behind. That's so messed up. First your brother gets let go and now you're somehow behind on the paycheck. Yeah. And then on top of that too, I went and bought this Kia Sportage because the Blazer, although it's a good truck, it is a, how old is it? It's a 35-year-old truck. It needs work. Understandably. It's definitely not at 100%. It has a lot of miles on it and stuff. Even though I've been working on it pretty consistently, buying parts and working on it, it still needs more work. And the main issue right now is, you know, typical Oklahoma fashion. We're in the middle of a major heat wave that, according to the meteorologist, is most likely not going to end until the end of August. They have it forecasted that it's going to be above 100 degrees every single day, almost right up to the end of August. Which is, for Oklahoma, it's going to be close to record-breaking. Just not in the, like, overall high, but just the fact that it's going to be over 100 days, or 100 days. It's going to be over 100 degrees for a very long time. So, it's been really hot, and it's just like, I really need to find something that has air conditioning that can keep up with the heat. Because it seemed like no matter what I tried to do with the Blazer, like, first of all, the AC didn't work in the truck at all whenever I got it. It was a fight to get the AC to even come on and be cold in the Blazer. And then the other issue I was having with it is that it just can't keep up. It'll blow cool-ish, like, if you're driving, but the moment you come stationary, it just doesn't blow cold. And I kept trying to come up with ideas and fixes to try to remedy that. I took the clutch fan off and I put electric fans on it, but they're either not moving enough air or there's just too much hot air being pushed into the engine compartment, and then the hot air has nowhere to go. So, and I still needed to do a lot of suspension work to it on the front of it, because it's got a really bad worn out lower ball joint on the passenger side. So I was kind of concerned about that ball joint just breaking and falling off and then doing all kinds of wonderful, terrible damage to the Blazer. So I have control arms for it, but at the same time, I've been wanting to, it's always had this really bad front end bounce. I thought it was the struts or shocks that it had on the front of it, because they somehow managed to do a lowering kit. Like, they lowered the front of the truck 4 inches, which isn't untypical. It's pretty common. But they somehow managed to lower it, and it still had stock shocks on it, which I didn't even know was feasible. So I replaced the shocks on it, thinking that would help. It did help a little bit. I'm really starting to think that in order for them to get the front end down that low, they either cut links or coils out of the coil spring to lower it, or they just took a torch to the springs and softened them up until they relaxed. And then that's how they got the ride height at the height that they wanted. Sorry, I was listening for something. Choo choo. Welcome in, Daniel. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're changing it up a little bit for the night. I was thinking about not streaming tonight, but I ended up changing my mind and decided that if I was going to cancel stream, I was just going to play Railroader anyway, so I might as well, if I'm going to play Railroader off stream, I could just play it on stream. So is why you can't trust some of these employers and companies these days. They be letting people go for no reason, even though they really do well. Yeah, because that's from what my brother told me too. It had the person that most likely, quote unquote, ratted my brother out to try to get him fired was one of the guys on the safety team. Because from what my brother told me, the safety team at the former employing place was really, really, not only were they kind of strict, but they were also really, what's the proper term for it? I'm trying to think about it. They liked their position of power, and they liked to overrule over others. You know, it was their way or the highway, irregardless if it was actually correct or not. So sorry about my mild venting. Let me back read some. I don't normally talk this much. I'm not used to chat moving as much as it has been. After none of my family working since 2020, one is trying to get on welfare for being pretty disabled, another has been disabled their entire life. I feel for you on that aspect because, for a while, my... I'm trying to remember. No, it wasn't disability. It was... I think it was just Social Security. My dad had a really hard time getting it. For whatever reason. And then his new wife also had the same problem. She was having a really hard time trying to get her disability. Not that I really want to talk about that woman. Probably need to change the subject. I'm convinced that society, government, and the world don't care about people who have to work for a living. They only care because they want your money. They only care because they want to take your money, take it for themselves, or give it to somebody else that doesn't deserve it. That's how I feel about that. That might be a case just... That might be the case, just want people to be miserable and have nothing to have to work hard for it, yeah. I feel that way constantly at my work, because what it boils down to in any car dealership, the only reason anything gets done as far as the service side of it is because they have technicians. Yet, the position that is looked down on probably the most at a car dealership is the technicians, which I do not know how you're ever going to fix that. And then on top of that, we are, you know, some of the most highly trained people to work on whatever manufacturer car that we sell. Like, we go through the trouble of going to training. We go buy tools. Something that people have a hard time wrapping their heads around is like, you know, so like a VTuber, if they're wanting like a really nice model, they're typically what? Thousands, like a few $1,000s to get a nice model. And then if you're like corpo VTuber model, it's probably like $10,000, possibly more than that. I have probably invested somewhere between, I would say, $30,000 to $40,000, both in tools, my toolbox, my roll carts, and my diagnostic tools. By myself. No help. No corporation. My own money out of my own pocket. Like, go on to the... which I regret doing. But I was young and naive and thinking that I needed to go buy everything off of the tool truck. Well, now that I think about it too, going and buying tools off the tool truck back in the day, it's not like it was 10, maybe even 5 years ago. Harbor Freight wasn't as big as it is now. It was a lot harder back in the day, at least whenever I first started turning wrenches. It was a lot harder to go buy quote-unquote inexpensive tools that were actually good. The reason that you went on the tool truck to buy Snap-on, Matco, Cornwell, whoever it was, whatever tool truck showed up, the reason you went on the truck is because you wanted to invest in tools that wouldn't break. So you had to fork up the money up front, and, you know, Snap-on definitely is not what I would call cheap. They are very proud of their product, and you had to pay for it. Trying to figure out how am I gonna do this. I guess I'll just set the handbrakes again on that and move it. Yep. Okay. Take your bunny? What? What are you talking about, Daniel? Huh? Take your bunny? You and your coworkers put in a lot of work and get underpaid? Yes. That's the other thing that's really hard to wrap your head around if you're not used to the car dealership world. Most people in other positions at the car dealership have no experience whatsoever, but they make way more money than we do. Yet I'm supposed to be able to get a car, pull it into my bay, diagnose it in a timely manner, and then get it correct the first time, every time, and make no mistakes. But I get paid way less. Because one of the big viral news articles that was going around was I can't remember who Mike Rowe was talking to, but it was a interview with Mike Rowe talking to somebody. I don't know who it was, but he was talking about the technician shortage, and specifically talking about Ford and their car dealerships, saying that the CEO of Ford was saying that they had 5,000 positions open, not filled, at all their Ford car dealerships in the country, basically saying that they have these positions open where you could make excuse me, you can make $120,000 a year, but they can't find technicians to fill these positions. The main issue with that comment is that it's a lie. Technicians do not make $120,000 a year. They just don't. Unless they're gaming the system and they're getting spoon-fed. There's no way you're making $120,000. I don't even care if you're because they said the Twitter post, it had a note on the bottom of it saying that the only way you're not going to make that money going into it, you're going to have to become master certified and work there for 5 years before you make $120,000. I know Ford master technicians that have been working in the field for decades, and they have never made that kind of money. Not even close to it. The one time I was a shop foreman at a car dealership, albeit it wasn't for very long, I didn't make that kind of money. And that is literally the position to have in the car dealership world if you're wanting to be a technician, because you basically call the shots on what you do and don't want to do, and you're there to fix the problem cars. You know, you basically get paid a salary, and you're just there dealing with the bullshit, the stuff that the technicians struggle with, the stuff that eats up time to where the technician isn't going to make any money on it. You have a shop foreman there to take those stresses and worries off of the flag rate technician so that the flag rate technician can go work on something else and actually make a paycheck. At least that's what a good shop foreman's supposed to do. But even then, I wasn't making anywhere near that kind of money. So I don't know where they get these numbers from, other than they're just pulling a number out of a hat, and then they're just trying to talk it up so they can try to entice people to come and work. just get a few little bucks, but with people who have zero experience, get more money instead. That's ridiculous. Yeah, because that's the thing that I was going to bring up next is that you can. So I don't make anywhere near that kind of money, $120,000, but you can be a service advisor, which at a car dealership is basically the guys that the customer talks to set the appointment, and the service advisor is basically the in-between guy between the customer and the service technician. So the service advisor will take the appointment, write up the RO or the repair order, talk to the customer, figure out what they're wanting to do with their car, and then I relay back and forth between the service advisor as to what I find wrong with the car, upsell work. But yeah, the majority of the time, the service advisors, they can walk into that position and make six figures, no problem. They can have zero experience, literally just be a warm body, and they make more money than I do. Just because they have a much better pay plan than I do. Because I'm flat rate. If I don't sell work, I don't make a paycheck. And if it's slow, I don't make a paycheck. Because I'm flat rate. Hope that's far enough forward. Oh, actually, you know what? I need to get that other car out of here. Whoops. Stop. I mean, don't get me wrong, Jalen. I see you saying in there that do all the hard work and get it out with nothing. I don't get out with nothing. I still make good money. I'm not saying that I don't make any money. It's just I was literally told whenever I went to Votech school, the first thing that they said was you have the ability to basically have no training experience whatsoever as far as, like, you know, having a college diploma. You know, you don't have to go to a 4-year university, but you could, you know, take a vocational course, go out to a car dealership, and you could easily make $100,000 a year. That is literally what I've been told from the get-go. You'll have no problem making $100,000+ a year. I have been turning wrenches since 19. Like, a year out of high school. I have worked in this industry for decade plus. I have never made six figures. Not once. But I get, you know, I go to training, I go to school, I buy my tools, all that shit, and some guy can basically walk in off the street and he can make the money that I want to make. That's what bothers me. And then, of course, you know, wonderful money inflation. $100,000 is $100,000 like it used to be. $100,000 whenever I tried to get into turning wrenches and being told I was going to make $100,000. It's no longer that anymore because the dollar has been devalued so much. Schools will always overpromise what can be made unless you're one of the lucky ones. Yeah. And that's always how it's been, at least how it feels whenever I'm trying to That's basically been my goal ever since I tried to turn wrenches, is to try to make that money, make that six figures, because that's what I was told I would be able to do. I've been chasing it my entire life, and I have not gotten there. I had the potential to get there whenever I was the shop foreman at that one dealership, and then I lost it. They hired in a different service manager. He brought in his buddies, and then I was forced out of my position. And that's a pill that's hard to swallow. Because, like, that's the position I've always wanted my whole working career as a technician, is to get that shop foreman position. Because then I'm not busting my ass, breaking my back, trying to make a paycheck. I can work on the problem cars and still be a help in the shop, but still bring home really, really good money and have that ability to potentially make six figures plus. And I literally had it for like 90 days. And then I got replaced. I also got replaced by somebody that had no experience with the brand that I was working on, because this was whenever I was working at Kia. This guy came from another shop, had no experience with Kia whatsoever, and I was literally fucking holding this guy's hand all day long. He didn't know what he was doing, but he had my job. So I quit. So I had to go from turning wrenches to getting the job that I've always wanted my entire life to having to go back and turn wrenches again. And making less money. Sorry if the stream feels a little doomer, but I kind of just needed the vent. This is stuff that I've been dealing with for years. So anyway, this is Railroader. There's a train game going on in the background. Hopefully one day you'll get that dream job. It's unfortunately the longer you stay in this business, the more you realize that life would be a lot better if I wasn't doing this job. Because that's the other unfortunate thing too. And a lot of people say that. It's like, never get a job. Like, never go into the profession that you like doing. So if you like working on cars, which I like to do, never get it as a profession. Like, don't make that the way you make your money. Because there was a time where I was neglecting my projects, like my car projects and stuff, because work was getting so miserable that I wanted nothing to do with working on cars after I would left work. I didn't want to turn a wrench on anything. I would literally just go to work on cars, go home, and then want nothing to do with cars after that. It's only been like the last couple years that I've been wanting to get back into turning wrenches on my own stuff and my own projects. I think it's only because I do see the potential for me to try to, because that's, as I've been doing more of the content creation stuff, I get the feeling that's more of the path I want to try to go towards, is trying to do more car content stuff. Not so much like driving or racing or anything like that. It's just, you know, like if I went and worked on my Blazer, I literally could just film me working on my Blazer doing stuff on it. That sounds way more appealing than, you know, going into work and working on somebody else's car, relying on someone else to make an income. Like, clearly I'm not going to be able to just quit my job tomorrow and start car content creation on YouTube and make money, make enough money to where I could pay my bills. That's not going to happen. But I get the feeling that's more of what I want to do. That's more of a future goal for me, would be to try to go towards something like that. How I would be able to do that as a VTuber, I don't know. I think that's something I'm going to have to make a decision on if I ever get to that point, as to whether or not I want to keep trying to do content creation as a VTuber, or if I'm just going to have to move on past that. I don't know. Oh, what is going on over here? What was I doing? Why? Oh. Oh, I know what's happening. Okay. Okay. So the passenger train is trying to go this way to Alarka, and it couldn't. So the AI had it back into this siding, into these cars, and then it's just kind of like, I don't know what to do. I give up. What in the world? Okay. See, this is the problem. This is the other thing. So, my save file, I have everything unlocked. I have the whole railroad unlocked from one end to the other. And it's kind of hard to keep up with everything. Like, literally what just happened. It's like I'm dealing with the other train, and then it's like, oh, well, I need to move that train that I've been dealing with over here. And then I come over here, and it's like, what is happening? I've got 5 over here. It's got more cars that need to go to the interchange. And then I've got all these cars here that need to go to both Silva and Andrews interchange. And they're all mixed together. And then they're also blocking the main line going up to Alarka. And then I also have empty hopper cars that need to go up to these also need, actually these need to go to Alarka. These all need to go to Silva and Andrews interchange. Oh boy. I guess I'll try to clean up this mess. Just cosplay yourself. Okay. Okay. I'm sure that won't come off as cringe, weird. %. I know how that is. Best to keep what you enjoy for yourself. Yeah. That's kind of what I've been telling myself in my head is like, you know, I can work at my day job. It sucks, but it'll pay the bills. I can try to work towards my goal of trying to do something else. Cuz like I guess my personal life goals right now would be to it'll be sad because I do live in the house that was my grandparents' house. It will be sad the day that I do want to move out of it, but I really do want to sell my grandparents' house and move out where I can do what I want to do. Like I can go buy land, have acreage, you know, I can have the house, I can have the main thing is like I need a shop. If I really want to do my own car content creation stuff, I need a shop. I need my own place where I can work on the cars, have a place to work on them, have a place to store them, have a place to store parts, and then have a controlled environment to where I can do the car content stuff. You know, I can have cameras set up and film stuff, and I don't think I would edit out there, but, you know, at least have a place where I can do it, because trying to do that while living in a house with no shop and trying to either do that, for one, doing it in doing it in the driveway is probably a really bad idea, because then people will figure out where you live. Don't really want to do that. And then like, oh, you know what? I think I just remembered why I did that. I did that because little number 5 locomotive here can't pull all this. I just remember that now. Whoops. How am I going to do this? I think what I need to do... I think I need to put these cars together. And then I'll have to try to get this potentially over here. Because the main problem right now is that I need the passenger train to go this way, and it can't right now. I'm also going to back the passenger train up. A bun with room to roam? No kidding. Because that would be another nice thing to do too, because like right now I'm having to pay for storage space for both car parts, and I'm having to pay storage for vehicles because I don't have room. Oh, I just messed that up. Whoops. Sorry, number 8. Keep doing what you're doing. I needed number 5 to do that. Whoopsie. You know, whenever you start owning as many vehicles as I do, yeah, you can't fit those all at a normal house. Even if you do have a 2-car garage and a driveway. You just can't park. You can't park that many vehicles at home. At least I can't. Well, I've tried, and then I got in trouble. You have the policeman knocking on your door saying, you can't do that. And then it's like, oh, okay. I thought this was America and I thought this was my house, but okay, I guess I can't do it. Another reason I want to move. I want to move out of the... I don't want to be in city limits so I can do whatever the hell I want. Wear a helmet with Reika's face printed on it? See, that's the thought I've had with it before, is if I'm wanting to do like a content creation where I'm like working on a car and I have like a GoPro attached to my chest or something like that, like I could wear a helmet. My only worry with that is helmets are quite large. And if I'm trying to make it to where people can't see my face, I'm basically going to have the visor down all the time and completely blacked out. So it's going to be hard for me to see what the hell I'm doing. And then on top of that, if I need to get into, you know, like working a fender well or something and I'm working on suspension or something like that, I'm going to be hitting my head on a lot of things all the time. It's not going to be very convenient. Is that... That might be too far back. I might need to come forward a little bit. It would be hilarious? What would be hilarious? Oh, cosplaying myself? I would if I went through the trouble of trying to cosplay Reika, I would ruin that cosplay so quickly. And I would feel really bad. Cuz if I'm trying to have something like handmade like that, or I paid somebody to do that, that would be really expensive. And then just to go work on a car and ruin it, I would feel really bad. I don't think... One, it would be extremely embarrassing because obviously I would be cross-dressing. Full grown-ass man trying to dress as a woman. And then on top of that, like, I would feel really bad to put that kind of effort and money into a cosplay and then ruin it almost immediately. I would feel bad. Just do the overalls outfit. That would be a lot easier to do because the overalls, it's just coveralls. It's just a boiler suit. At that point, it's literally just buy purple coveralls and then wear a red bandana and then bam, it's done. Learn how to become incorporeal? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Nova. You might have to explain that to me. How many had that? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to cut these cars enough to where this locomotive can actually move it, and then piece the train back together over here out of the way. It means you can pass through solid objects like a ghost. Oh, okay. Become a ghost on top of a bat and a vampire and a rabbit and a VTuber. You just add more things on top of it. Okay. Sure. Yep. Actually, where are these guys at? Actually, I will have no idea how far away they are. That didn't stop the Uma cosplayers. What, phasing through objects? What Uma cosplayer has phased through an object? I'd like to know. Or are we talking about cosplayers doing stuff in their outfits? Because, running down a horse race course in a cosplay is not the same as working on a car. I'll just go ahead and say that. Don't get me wrong, it's impressive. The ability to wear all that get up. That's obviously was never meant to actually run in it. And then they go out on a race course. It's not even meant for people. It's meant for horses. Like, it's not set up for people to run on, and they're going out there running on it in full get up. And, you know, there's Uma Musume. It's like their outfits are not, they're nowhere near designed for running in. I mean, like, think of like Satano Diamond or even Agnes Tachyon. Like, that lab coat cannot be easy to run in. It covers your arms way past your hands, and then she has boots, but they're high heel, and then you're supposed to run in that. And then like Satano Diamond's outfit, I mean, it's a like really, really ornate dress, and it's huge. Also completely covering her arms past her hands. And she's running in it. Some even wear high heels. I know, I was just saying that. Like, how? Like, obviously with the Uma Musume, it doesn't care. It doesn't really matter because, you know, they're just, you know, cute anime girls. And they're just trying to be cute and idol-like. But then they also have the added advantage, you know, that it is, you know, they're supposed to be like, have the strength of a horse. So obviously wearing garments and shoes and frilly oversized dresses means nothing to them because they're, you know, extremely powerful. So it doesn't matter. They just power through it. Plus wearing clown shoes. What Uma Musume wears clown shoes? What? Strength of a horse and the cuteness of an anime girl. Yeah, that's basically the selling point of Uma Musume. It's like, what if we took famous Japanese or, you know, world racing horses and we just made them cute anime girls and they're idols. They still race like the real racehorses do, but then they also dance and sing and do choreography and be cute. I'm still confused on the clown shoes part, Nova. You're gonna have to extrapolate on that. Twin Turbo wears clown shoes? Really? Does she really? Who is this? I have no idea who you are. I'm just gonna ignore that text message. Yeah, Twin Turbo. That's what I was doing. That's what I was looking up and then I got distracted. Oh, I'm gonna have to specify. Twin Turbo Uma Musume. Images. Oh, wow. What are those? I mean, literally, what are those? No wonder she had such a hard time running. Oh, there's the figure that you have, Nova. I see it. I looked it up on the interwebs. That's cool. I doubt you got a chance to play it, but oh my god, the last event in Uma Musume in the video game, it had a lot of twin turbo in it. She was really something. I'm not a fan of twin turbo, but that was fun to watch. What are we doing? Oh, he's stuck at a stop signal. They are pretty silly. Dude, those are some clown shoes. You're not kidding. The problem was I was like actually thinking like legit clown shoes, but those are just those are just oversized ridiculous. I missed it, didn't have time to sit down and watch the videos. Yeah. I'm sure they're on YouTube somewhere. I mean, it was literally just this last event, so I'm sure they're out there somewhere. Cause she's a big, well, I mean, she had her own support card during the event, so she's one of the key characters in this last event. They even exhaust, yeah, I saw that. Had to get the car theming in there somehow. She just has a very striking color palette too, because like you look at her interacting with the other Umas, and it's just like even just looking at her ears, like her ears are so unique compared to others. Because most of them, you know, they look closer to an actual ear on a horse, and most of the time, you know, they'll just have like some. Oh, my headset's dying. Of course it is. 1 second. I gotta plug that in. Like the Umas will have more realistic looking horse ears, and they'll have like different, you know, they'll have like bows or ornaments or earrings, stuff like that. And then you look at Twin Turbo's ears, and it's just like, wow. It's like they really were trying to do the because they look like car air vents, or just vents in general. Her colors come from the IRL Horses race mask, yeah. Which is also very striking colors. Let me see. Let me see if little number 5 here can move all this, or if it's still too heavy. Because if I can get this out of the way, then I can get the passenger train to go up to Alarka. A twin turbo, but it has the colors of twin turbo? That certainly would be something. Like if you're trying to do a, like an Natasha of twin turbo on a car, but then it also was something that's twin turbo. That would be something. A little bit harder to do on older cars, but newer cars, it's actually not uncommon for them to have twin turbos, albeit they're expensive. I need more Twin Turbo merch. You need more Twin Turbo merch like I need more Super Creek merch. I started really enjoying Super Creek as a Uma Musume, and then got the horrible realization that even with her I think actually it's because of her popularity once Uma Musume went global that she finally started to get real merch. Because I guess on the JP side she's not really that big, because she only just now got a figure, which I ordered. Because of course I did. You can do it! It's actually doing it. Yay! I got one problem solved. Hooray! Now I can take the passenger train up to Alarka. Where are you at? Alarka. A big Super Creek plush. They have one where it's Super Creek whenever it's her and Cinderella Gray, and she's having the that one moment where she just kind of turns into a bean because she gets that upset and depressed. They have a big like pillow plush of her head. They did have that, but that seemed like if I lived by myself, I would probably get that and feel fine, but I don't know. It's already hard enough to explain what Uma Musume is to my family, and then trying to explain what that pillow is. They would have a really hard time understanding why I have it. I say that though, I also just ordered I ordered another Uma Musume figure tonight. I probably shouldn't have. It was more of something to make me feel better, but I'd already been looking at it and wanting it. But it'll also take a year before it's available. So I'm not too worried as far as like having the money to pay for it. It's like I got a whole freaking year to come up with the money for it. Just tell them it's your horse wife. That would also make it really hard to explain. I don't think that would make it any better, Nova. It's like, what do you mean it's your wife? What do you mean it's a horse? Because I've like worn my Uma Musume shirts around the house, and my mom's will see the shirts and she's just like, what's that? Is that something you drew? And it's like, no. No, it's not. Plus, if they come out with a plush that was anything like Rice Shower, like that one's really oversized plush, I've already resigned myself to where I'm just not gonna get those. It's just too expensive. Like, I know it's gonna be even more expensive to try to get it like on the secondhand market, but that's what I could not convince myself to do whenever they had that pre-order for the Rice Shower and Mahono Bourbon oversized plushies, is they wanted $500 to ship those things. Like, it's $180 for the plush. It's still expensive, but I could justify it because it's a giant plushie. Plus, it actually had really good detailing on it. But that's shipping costs. And taking a $180 plushie and making it $700? Yeah, no. I'm just gonna pass on it. Also, would have a really hard time explaining to my family what it is and what was the point. Like, why did I buy it? It could be though. It could be what? $700 for a plushie is crazy. Yeah, and then you look at how much they're wanting for those super big oversized plushies for like they had of Daiwa Scarlet and Kita-san Black, and then also the beginning of a new era Uma Musume, the ones they had for Agnes Tachyon, Manhattan Cafe, and Jungle Pocket. Those are like multiple $1,000s, especially if you're wanting to get them imported to the US. They are insanely expensive. Could be your drawing. Oh, don't start on that. Something else I've been meaning to get back into, and it just, I don't know. I really want to get back into drawing, and then whenever it comes to it, it's just like, I don't know. It feels like the biggest task just to get the tablet back hooked up to the computer, let alone get whatever drawing app I'm going to use and actually try to draw again. Try drawing on stream. That'll never work. Wait, am I gonna have room? Oh, okay. No, I'll have room. Never mind. Or will I have room? I'll have room for this, but I don't know if I'll be able to have room to move these other Andrew's cars over here. Because honestly, what has been motivating me to want to get back into drawing is watching the world. Oh, that's my ice maker. I need to go turn that off. I was like, what is that screech? And it's my ice maker. It's trying to make ice, but it's out of water. Hold on. Give me a minute. Yeah, I have that mini fridge in my room, and I normally keep it stocked up on bottled water. So if I want cold water, I just pull it out of the mini fridge. But whenever I got home today, I realized I hadn't done that. So it's like I loaded it up on water, but the water's not cold. So I had to turn on the ice maker. But then I forgot to turn the ice maker off, and it was just it was trying to make ice, and there's no water in it, and it's just dying. Just making this god-awful screeching noise. It's like, and I'm like, what is that? I hear it through my headphones. Anyway, what I was talking about, my current motivation to try to draw has been watching the new Musume movie. I just love how they're drawn, how they're animated, their facial expressions. Like, I just see that and it's just like, man, I really want to try to draw like that. Oh. they're here. Oh no! I have nowhere for them to go. I still got all these cars over here. I say that though, they could, because ultimately these diesels are going to end up at Silva, so they could pick up these Silva cars. So that could help. You are your own Aristides at the moment? In what way? I don't say I'm gonna go get a drink of water and I disappear for 3 weeks. Like, how am I Aristides? Where are these handbrakes set at? Here. Found them. Nope, not that one. This one. Blocking your trains. See, the thing with Aristides was that he would block us. he would block you and me from trying to do anything. I'm blocking stuff because I have... Wait, I'm missing... Oh yeah, that's right. I had to sell one of them because it broke. I have 11 locomotives I have to deal with. Oh no, I didn't want to do that. Oh no. Thankfully it doesn't actually dump everything. I opened the hopper car. Opened the chutes on the bottom. Whoops. Yeah. I think I'm just gonna get number 5 out of the way. And then I'll get these guys to pick up these other Silva interchange cars. But yeah, how do you like that? You haven't seen us do that in the multiplayer playthrough of Railroader. Have multiple units hooked up together, and they run as though they're like one. Really useful when you're trying to pull heavy, long trains. Even though I still run into issues. There's a hill towards the other end of the map going towards Andrews. It is a hell of a steep grade. I have actually had both of these diesels plus another diesel hooked up. Like, I've had 3 diesels, and they're like the most powerful diesels or locomotives in this game, like in vanilla version, because I don't have mods for it. I've had 3 diesels hooked up to a train and it's stalled. Trying to go up that damn hill. It's cool, yeah. They make it pretty easy in this game, so it's like you basically decide on which locomotive you want to be the primary, like if you're wanting to do the AI waypoint with the locomotives. You basically decide which one you want to do, and then you'll just click on the other one, have it set for MU, which is for the multiple unit, and then just have it cut out the brakes, and then the locomotives talk to each other. And it works for both the diesels and the steam locomotives. You can do it with the steam locomotives too. Thank God. Because like I've said, I've ran into so many stalled locomotives on that damn hill going up to Andrews, and I've had really weird setups where I have a smaller this one. I have this smaller diesel switcher, and then I had this locomotive hooked up to it, and I can't remember what else I had, but I had like 3 other locomotives all hooked up to each other, all hodgepodge, trying to get this train up the hill. It was silly, but it worked. It did as it was designed. I did eventually get the train up the hill. Unfortunately, as I have played this game more and more, I've kind of gotten away from the steam locomotives, and I've been wanting to get more diesels instead. Because, for one, the bigger diesels, they hold a lot of diesel fuel, so you do not have to fill them up as often. And they get way better mileage than the steam locomotives do. Like, you just don't have to worry about getting coal and water all the time. The diesels, you can pretty much just... Like, most of the steam locomotives, if I'm wanting to run from Silva to Andrews, most of them, it's going to take at least 1 stop for water. Like, very, very few of the steam locomotives can make it from one end to the other without having to refuel. These diesels, the SD7s, I believe they're called, they can run back and forth between Silva and Andrews multiple times without having to refuel. It's ridiculous. And they pull more. Because, what is it? The strongest steam locomotive in vanilla is the Santa Fe. It's 71,000 tractive effort. And then you get the SD7, which is what the number 10 and number 12 are. 90,000 tractive effort. And I have 2 of them. Like, for the most part, they don't care. They'll just, they'll just pull whatever the hell you put behind them. For the most part. It's just that one hill I always have to deal with. Actually, now that I think about it, too, I think I did pay off my loan. Yay! Oh, the passenger train already made it to Alarka. I will need to have you go through this Y so you can face the right direction. Looks like I'm gonna have to reselect. Yeah, I'll need to reselect Cochrane and Alarka Junction. Copy to the other coaches. There we go. Okay. Yeah, that was the other reason I was contemplating not streaming tonight is I am so freaking wore out. It's been it's like I've been busy at work, but like the work that I've been getting has been nothing burger when it comes to trying to get like hours on them. So it's like I feel like I'm working on like I'm looking at a bunch of cars, but it's like it's just busy work and it doesn't pay a lot. And then on top of that, it has been god awfully hot. I mean, what did it get up to today? Depending on where you look, some places said it got up to 103, some places said 105. And like it's been above 100 degrees every day this week, and the the AC in my shop cannot keep up. Like I have two stalls with two post car lifts in them, and I have a fan blowing air across both stalls, and it is still getting there's a thermostat readout near one of my stalls, and I can just glance over at it, and like it didn't get as hot today in the shop, but like yesterday I looked at that thermostat, and I think at one point it was reading 87 degrees. And it's just like, dude, I do not want to do anything whenever it gets that hot in the shop. Because it's like, no matter what you do, you do not get any relief. You just feel miserable. Like, obviously, it's a lot better than working outside, but at the same time, like, it's still really, really uncomfortable trying to work in that kind of heat, doing physical labor, working on cars and trying to diagnose stuff and work. And then something else that a lot of people don't think about too is like you have to go outside. You have to go find these cars out in the parking lot. And these cars have just been sitting outside all day. They're just baking, and they are super hot on the inside and the inside and the outside. And you pull these cars into the shop, and it's like all they're doing is just radiating all that heat that they built up on the inside and outside into the shop. And yeah, the at least at my shop, the AC just can't keep up with it, especially with the doors opening and closing too. It just, ugh, it's bad. It's hard to work on anything when it's close to 90 degrees indoors. Yeah. And another thing I just cannot understand whenever it comes to car dealerships, they'll talk to the ends of the earth. You know, it's like, oh, our shop is air conditioned. And then it's like, the last two shops that I've worked in that said that they were air conditioned, it's like, it's a joke. Like, it feels nice in there if it's 80 degrees outside. It starts getting 90 plus degrees out in the outside, the shop it's not comfortable. It just slowly becomes not nice. And it's really annoying whenever you're out in the shop working on cars, you know, sweating like crazy, and you can just go up front to where the service advisors and where the customers are at, and it's a nice 71 degrees. And it's like, okay, why is it okay to have it 71 degrees up front, but then I have to cook in the back trying to work on these damn things? Like, where's the appreciation? Even with the AC, it could not keep up with the heat. Nope. It cannot keep up. I mean, I can't even get the, I can't get the AC to keep up at my house. I actually went and bought a window unit to put in my living room because it's been so unseasonably warm. Because I came home yesterday. Actually, the last couple of days I've come home and it's been like 76, 77 degrees in the house. And what really made me feel bad about it is I came home and Pascal Pupper's just laying down panting. It's like, oh, now I feel really bad. Because the dog is supposed to be inside the house and comfy, and he's inside the house and he's clearly not comfy. Poor puppy. So I went and bought another, I bought a window unit to put in the living room. It's not a total fix, but it's a hell of a lot better. Actually, I need him to move these out of the way. Because, like, my brother was telling me, like, whenever I got home, I looked at the thermostat and it was showing 72, you know, but the thermostat in my house, it's in the hallway. It's not in the living room. Whereas the living room was where it was getting really hot in, and at least whenever I got home today, it felt way nicer. I recommend getting a smart vent. It really helps the AC in a room. The main problem, the reason I'm having major heat issues with my house is that, one, it was built in the 70s, so, God, how old is it now? It's more than 50 years old. All of the insulation that was put in the attic is just garbage. It almost might as well not be in there. And then on top of that, whenever I had the roof appraised for replacement from the two different places, they both said that the attic ventilation is nowhere near adequate. My attic right now has 3 vents to get air out of the attic. And based on the square footage of my house, both places said I need to have 8. So I have less than half the ventilation I need for my attic. And on top of that, the insulation in my house is junk, borderline non-existent. So the smart vents are cool and all, but that's definitely not, it's not going to fix it. Plus, the other problem with my living room is it has vaulted ceilings. That also makes it really, really hard to keep it cool. Okay. That was also the other fun thing last night whenever I went and got that AC unit. It's like I first went to Lowe's because I already looked at Walmart, and Walmart was all sold out of AC units that were the right size for what would work in my living room as far as square footage. Walmart was all sold out, so it's like, okay, the next nearest place that would have them potentially in stock would be Lowe's. Went out to Lowe's. The only AC units they had that would work for my square footage that weren't 220, you know, like they weren't double phase, you know, they're still single phase 110. The only thing they had that would work were portable air conditioners, not like window units. And they were $850. And I'm just like, I am not spending $850 on an AC unit. I'm like, no, sorry. And then my brother's like, well, we could drive out to Home Depot. And it's just like, yeah, I guess we could. You know, it's a farther drive out, but, you know, they'll potentially have what I need. And thank God they did. And it was way cheaper, too. It ended up being like $360, tax included, and it was I'm trying to remember. It's a 10,000 BTU window unit. Like, it's supposed to do a 450 square foot room, and based on what my brother was telling me, he did some measurements and some maths, and he was thinking it was around 400 square feet. So I'm just not I'm not looking forward to whatever the electricity bill is going to be. I say that though, supposedly that window unit is supposed to be pretty efficient. They call it a inverter air conditioner, which the best that I could figure out what that means is that instead of the compressor like just turning on like a hard off and on, it's like it slowly ramps up and then slowly turns off, so it doesn't put as much of a load, because electrical components where the biggest usage of wattage is whenever they first turn on. That's whenever they draw the most watts and amps. So the idea of the inverter AC unit is that it slowly turns on and slowly turns off to be more efficient. So I don't know. I guess I'll see whenever I get my next electric bill, which is already terrifying. The only thing my electricity bill has been doing lately has just been going up. Oh no, the other train's here. Oh no. Yeah. You're gonna have to wait. But yeah, look at that. 55 cars. Over 3,600 tons. It just doesn't care. It'll push it. Actually, I need to leave these here too. Huh. How am I going to do this? Ooh, that almost fits. Hmm. I wonder. I could just move it one over, and then it would fit just fine. Now it's 62 cars, 3,800 tons. That took a minute. Maybe I'll just try to move number 5 over there so he's out of the way. No, it's one to back up. It's not gonna work. Guess I'll just wait. Once again, it just pushes it. It doesn't care. God dang. There we go. Now you guys can just leave. Send you up to Bryson. Actually, I'll go over there. I say that though, how many cars do you have? Really only have these two. Why does it still want to back up? You know what? You're going over here. I changed my mind. I haven't heard any yawning yet. Oh, I've already yawned. I've already yawned. I've already yawned, George. Oh no! Oh, and of course I talked about it. Now I had to do it. Oh, jeez, it's over. I mean, I am pretty tired. It's just been long, hot, stressful week. How many yawns is that now? I wasn't keeping count, honestly. That's at least the first one that you guys heard. And I think almost 2 hours in the stream for the first yawn that you guys could hear. I think I did okay. God, that's the other thing too. I got a freaking fly out on Sunday. I'm not looking forward to that. Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, right back to back. That's not good. Oh boy. What? Oh, stop signal. Okay. So, over, you could sleep soon if it helps. Maybe. I just feel bad because I've been... Thursday nights are the only time I'm streaming solo. Because I stopped streaming on Saturdays. And then the one time I'm streaming solo, I've been either canceling or streaming shorter streams. And I feel kind of bad about it. But at the same time too, I don't really have a whole lot of control over it. Because I would feel a lot better about it. Like, I did feel better about it whenever it wasn't anywhere near as hot outside. Because I wouldn't get home and just feel dead. Whereas now it's like I get home and it's like, oh, it's like I have no energy. I just want to. It's like I just want to take a shower to freaking get all the ick off of me. And then just sit in the air conditioning until I pass out. The summer heat is draining you? Dude, it is, ugh. It's so bad. Like, it's one thing when it's summer and it's, you know, like normal summer heat, but dude, like this 100-degree heat every day. And it's gonna be, oh, I forgot. I unplugged my headset. To go take care of the ice machine. Oh, my headset's dying again. 1 second. I gotta plug it back in. But yeah, it's like freaking 100 degrees every day, and it's gonna be like that for multiple weeks. It's just like, ugh. Like, I kind of want to look forward to going to training, because it's like, I've already gone to training whenever it was hot down in Atlanta, and it felt amazing. Both in the training facility and the shop that they have you work on the cars that they have there. It feels so nice in there, like it's in the 70s, and it's just like, oh, this is so nice. And of course the cars are already inside, so you're not having to go outside and bring them in. But at the same time, it's like, you know, I have to get on a plane and fly, deal with all the traveling. The flight out there is supposed to be nice, because I'll be leaving like middle of the day Sunday, but of course the flight back, I don't know what it is. It's always late. Like the return flight from Atlanta back to Oklahoma is going to be like after 9 o'clock at night. I did notice that Delta, who I normally use to fly back and forth, they do offer same day flight change for a little bit of money, like a little bit of a upcharge. I could try to change to an earlier flight, so if it's feasible, I might try that for this flight back. The other nice thing that I noticed that my boss did, because he kept buying me like the like regular seating, like whatever the hell you call it. I can't remember what they call it for Delta flights, but like, you know, just the normal cheap seats in the back of the plane. He kept getting those, but I would always pay to upgrade to at least get comfort. And I don't know if he was paying attention or not, but this flight he actually already got me comfort, so I didn't have to pay extra for that this time. So that was kind of nice. So I didn't have to spend extra to get the better seating. And then, for whatever reason, the car rental this time was cheaper too. So that's nice. Trying to think on how I want to do this. I guess I could run these up there first. I'll run these up to Robinson Gap Coal. I'm also trying to decide if I want to go ahead and end stream or not. Because I already am pretty tired, and I could just end stream a little earlier and try to get some sleep. Try to relax. And then I got one more day for the work week, and then I got Saturday, and then I fly out Sunday. I am kind of glad that the, after seeing people talk about it on Twitter, it's kind of nice knowing that, like, although YouTube is making the changes for, getting ad revenue, it's nice to know that it's not, originally I thought it was a pretty bad thing. That's why I made the post on Twitter. It's like, man, they're like doubling the hours it's gonna take to get ad revenue, but after hearing and seeing people talk about it, like at the size YouTube channel I'm at, it's not gonna be the end of the world, just because even if I did somehow manage to get 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 hours of watch time before whenever the hell that was, February next year. Even if I did get that and I was able to get that ad revenue, it's nothing. Like, the amount of money I would get from it it's not worth losing my head over it, because it's not a lot. The ad revenue wouldn't be much? No. Sekigama talked about it on Twitter, and he's I wouldn't say he's a big channel, but I mean, he's definitely bigger than mine, and he has AdSense, and I think he said for a whole year of streaming, he got like $96. So it's like, yeah, it's not the end of the world if I miss out on that kind of money. Really, the only time you're going to be making like buku bucks whenever it comes to running ads is you're like a much bigger YouTube channel. That's how you get it to where, you know, you can do YouTube content and you can actually make a living off of it. But when you're at the size that like me and Nova Crusader are, where we're, you know, only in the hundreds of followers or subscribers, it's, yeah, it's not worth trying to rip your hair out trying to make it happen. Most streamers make most of the money off super chats, memberships. Yeah, that's the other point I was going to bring up is that the bigger, more important goal is just to get to the 500 subscriber count, and that way I can unlock the memberships and then the super chats. Not that I would think there would be that many, because obviously at my size of a channel, I still don't think there would be that many people getting memberships and then also spending money on super chats, but I mean, it does unlock that ability, which would be nice. Most of the people I enjoy watching don't get much in super chats either. Yeah, but it is there. So, I mean, if somebody does want to donate money, they can just do it straight through a super chat. The requirements for that level isn't changing? Yeah, thankfully. Thankfully, none of that's changing. So, to get that, that's 500 subscribers and then 3,000 watch hours, or some god-awful amount of views for YouTube shorts, but I don't do YouTube shorts. I did like 2 or 3 of them, and it's just like, ugh. I can't keep up with them. I don't understand them. They don't get any views, so I just kind of stopped. No, it'll still be the same. Yeah. Yeah, the threshold for the memberships is still the same, so that's nice. Oh no, there's some Silva cars up here. Oh well. Guess I'll just have to wait. Oh, these guys are already up here? Dang, that was quick. I guess I could just leave these here. Actually, I should probably leave this one here too. Now that I think about it. And I'll just run these guys down to Whittier. Oh no. Oh no! Oh no! There's all these trains down here. Oh no. What are you doing? Oh, you need to go to the paperboard. Okay. Guess let's do that. Get that guy out of here. Yeah, that's a Santa Fe class steam locomotive. That's the locomotive that has the most tractive effort in the vanilla version of Railroader. It's the most powerful, but good God, the capacity on the tender leaves a lot to be desired. It's pretty small for the size of locomotive it is. You'll likely be hitting the viewership requirement by the time you get 500 anyway. Yeah. Like I've had, ever since I made that post, like I've had a pretty good uptick in subscribers, but yeah, I mean, the growth has been very slow on the channel, but then again, I wasn't really trying to do anything crazy to try to gain subscribers, so it's kind of expected. Do any of these need to be moved? Yeah, that one's ready to go to Silva. Can I get you out? That one's ready to go to Silva, and these are all ready to go back to Connolly Creek. What is this guy doing? What am I doing over here? I'm guessing I need to move these back. Then I need to put these... Oh, actually, there's quite a few cars over here that I need to go to Andrews. Interchange. Looks like it's just those two. And then those need to go up to Graham Pulpwood. That can wait. Where is PO1, PO2? Is that over here? Yeah, it is. Okay. Let's move those over there. What is this guy doing? Oh. I should have had those. I should have had 10 and 12 pick up these. Because these are meant to go to Silva too. Oh well. Whoops. Oh well. Well, actually, I could have him move these. Very nice. I still don't understand why when they move, when they populate from here to down here when they're loaded, I still don't understand why they always load in, but then they don't. The angle cocks are always open. Don't understand why. What is this guy doing? He's sitting. I don't even think I've moved anything from over here. Nope. Oh my god. Oh boy. It is almost 2 o'clock in the afternoon and I haven't moved anything from Silva. Oh boy. Guess I could try to do some of the shunting for that. Yeah, because where am I at as far as viewers? I know I'm over 2,000. Let's see. Oh yeah, I gotta go to YouTube Studio to look at that. I'm at 2,295 watch hours. And I need to be at 3,000. So yeah, not too far off from it. And then I'm at 353 subscribers. Hell yeah. Very nice. So yeah, what's that? Only 147 to go? Yeah. How am I gonna do this? Nice. Yeah. Very thankful for, although it's not the end of the world if I don't hit the bigger AdSense monetization. I do appreciate that both Demonstrous and Lord Mollington at least shared it. I know other people retweeted it too, but it was nice having people show up and subscribe and support to try to help out reach that goal. Yeah. I was actually really surprised Lord Mollington even mentioned it on his stream. He shouted out both me and Over Crusader at the end of his stream yesterday. That was really nice of him. That was really nice of him. Yeah. I was surprised when he did. I was surprised too. It was funny as well because it's like he ended his stream as I was driving home, so it's like I couldn't. I was on the highway driving. I couldn't react to any of it. It was like, oh wow, okay. I wasn't expecting him to do a shout out on his stream. Because I had just mentioned that, because he was talking about me and Nova potentially doing a watch along of Small Soldiers, because I had said that in chat that I hadn't seen it. And he's like, well, you and Nova should do a watch along of it. And it's like, well, we are already planning on doing a watch along, but it was for 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So he had both shouted out, you know, to, you know, follow and subscribe to our YouTube channels, and then also said that we'd be doing a watch along that night. It's like, he didn't have to do that, but he did. Nice that someone would do something like doing a shout out. Yeah. Every little bit helps. And it does help having a another YouTube channel give a shout out, since they are a bigger channel. There's a bigger audience. Well, I got past 10 o'clock. Now I'm trying to see if I can make it till 11. Stop signal? What's happening? Oh, this is just weird Whittier shenanigans. Actually, where is this guy? Okay, think I'll be alright. Stop in the same spot. And what is this guy doing? Stuck at another signal, I don't know why. There we go. Actually, he could come up here and get these log cars, bring back up to Connolly Creek. I don't think he's gonna make it though. Nope. Hopefully there's enough room. Yeah, it looks like it'll be okay. Oh, you're gonna go all the way around? Oh, okay. I should really do something about the cars over at Silva. So the way things are right now, I'm not going to be able to... The cars that I'm bringing, I'm not going to have anywhere to put them. This is all still pretty full. Oh. Whoops. Okay. Stop it. There we go. Why are you stop? Another signal? Really? Stop it. Whoa. the other log cars are ready. Yeah, they're ready. Okay. So I can run these empty ones up there and then grab the full ones and bring them down. There we go. There we go. Stop signal? Oh. There we go. You should be fine now. Uh-oh. I forgot the passenger train's coming. Whoops. Better get out of the way. Okay. There we go. Ow. I kicked my desk. Actually, we'll do it this way. See, isn't this fun? Just trying to keep up with 11 different trains doing 11 different things. It's so much fun. How should I do this? Actually, do that. There we go. Have him get these other log cars. Very nice. Well, actually, these can stay here. Stop. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. Well then. Hmm. Uh-oh. Number 5 is having a hard time there. Oh. I am ready to fall asleep. Oh yeah, he can't pull that. Whoops. Making it to the end of the stream. I've got 7 minutes. I've got 7 whole minutes. Oh gosh. I'm still not gonna get anything done. That's how these game sessions go with this game. It's like you feel like you're getting stuff done, and then it's just like, man, there's still more to go. Going to bed. Have a good night. Have a good night, Jalen. Thanks for stopping by. I won't be too far behind you. Oh, gosh. Now I can't stop yawning. Ugh. I'm going to finish streaming. I'm probably going to go straight to bed. Trying to think. Actually, I guess they could have just stayed together. Ugh. think I'm gonna try to shunt these last 2 cars and then I'm gonna call it. Of course, I'm gonna have to Dutch drop these things. Right. Well, they're not moving fast. Oh boy. There they go. There we go. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and call it here for tonight. Let's see, as far as upcoming streams, Nova Crusader will be playing more Dragon Force, and that'll be tomorrow night at 9 p.m. EST. Nova Crusader will not be streaming Saturday, and then our normal God Eater 2 stream also will not be happening on Sunday, because I fly out on Sunday. I don't think Nova said anything on whether or not he or Matsukaze Gaming were going to try to do something on Sunday in place of that or not. So I don't know. Not sure. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here for the night. I'm not sure what to do on Sunday yet. Okay, I didn't think you'd come up with anything yet. So okay. Anyway, I'm gonna call it here for the night. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed some single player Railroader off of my my own personal save file. And I will catch you all in the next one. Take care. Good night, everyone. Bye-bye. Otsu Saucer. I'm gonna go to bed. Saucer out. Bye.